5 reasons why you need a good morning routine. Hello, my name is Mark Fitzgerald and it's great to have you joining me here. So, 5 reasons why you need a decent morning routine. You will have all heard a morning routine can make you a winner, the 5 a.m. club, all of those sort of things. But I have to stand here now and tell you that it is so true. But you don't necessarily have to get up at 5 a.m. to be a winner, because some people are more productive at night. What you have to first and foremost do is find out when you're most productive. Is it in the morning or is it later at night? I always thought I was better later at night. Actually turns out I'm a morning person. I never knew I was a morning person. Why? Because I never got up early enough to find out that I was a morning person until I did. And now I get up about 5 o'clock, half 5, each and every day. I don't set an alarm. I don't have to set an alarm. I automatically wake up. Why? Because my morning routine is so powerful that I get out of bed with a spring in my step. I get out of bed excited and ready for the day ahead. But the first place you need to start with a morning routine is the day before or the night before. You have to have a plan of action. You cannot just wake up and wing it. It won't work. You'll become demoralized. You won't know what you're supposed to be doing. You'll be all over the place. You need to start setting habits, healthy habits that help you, that improve your well-being, that improve your focus, your mindset, your productivity, your business. Okay? And these 5 things here will help you. Now, there's no particular order to any of these, and I'll share with you at the end my 5 habits that I do in the morning to make sure, if nothing else, this is the way I start my day. But having 5 habits, number 1, will improve your productivity. Why will it improve your productivity? Because you're going to start the day in a productive manner. It will reduce stress. If you know what you're supposed to be producing for that day and you've got your tasks list out, then it will help you in what you're trying to achieve. And the earlier you can start knocking those tasks off, the better it will be. Now, those tasks might be to read a book, to learn something new, to work out, to go for a walk, to take on water. In my first hour, I like to take on a litre of water to get my brain going again, get my brain functioning. But I'll still do other things whilst I'm doing that. But I will make sure in the first hour I've drunk a litre of water. But by having your morning planned out, you will increase your productivity throughout the rest of the day, and that is massive. Now, when you first start doing this, you may find it hard. You may think to yourself, do you know what? I love what he's saying. I'm going to get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow, when you're used to getting up at about 7, half 7. It will be difficult. It was difficult for me too. I used to start getting up at 5. I was then really tired by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was done. Why? Because as I do, I threw myself at it with everything that I had, and that's not always the right thing to do. So if you're used to getting up about 7 o'clock, half 7, start getting up 15 minutes earlier. 15 minutes earlier. Try that for a week. Then after that week, get up another 15 minutes earlier. So by this time, you may be getting up at half 6. Then try another 15 minutes. And until you get into the habit, don't just keep switching up 15 minutes because a week's passed. If you're still struggling at that 15 minutes, then maybe you need to just stay there until it feels more natural for you. Ease into this, because you can still achieve great things by even just getting up half an hour to an hour earlier and having productivity at your fingertips, knowing what it is you want to be doing. The second reason why you need to have this is because it will help reduce the stress of the day, the stress of life. Do not wake up and look straight at your phone. My phone goes onto airplane mode at night, and I leave it there until I've finished my morning routine, okay? So I'm not straight into emails, I'm not straight into messages, I'm not straight into anybody else's business. The first few hours of my day are my business and are what I want to do, and I feel so much better for it. Don't let the world in until you have to, until you're mentally prepared and ready to do so. And by having a well-structured morning routine that suits your needs and suits you, you will help reduce the stress of the day, of the problems that are coming your way. So by having this, you will reduce the stress in your life. Number 3, it will help you with your time management. How will getting up early help me with my time management? First and foremost, you've just added maybe a couple of hours extra to your day. that you can pencil in. A lot of us say, oh, there's not enough hours in the day. Well, you can get rid of that because there are. If you're getting up earlier, you can add some extra hours in there. You think how much more productive you could be if you added an extra hour to your day near enough every day. Even if you just did it 5 days a week, you'd still be in a vastly superior place than everybody else. So make sure that you have your plan, your morning routine ready, but also that you've structured out the rest of your day. And the busy things that we have to do, the emails that we have to answer, the things that we have to do for other people, we can pencil those in, because the things that we need to do to move our business forward, to move our lives forward, we've already done in the first few hours of waking up. At number 4, it will boost your creativity. Okay, you will find that when you start getting into the habit of getting up early, you'll find you're more creative. There's opportunities, I always say, there's opportunities everywhere, and there are in life. But so many of us just let those opportunities go over our head, go past us. Why? Because we're not looking for them. Sometimes your mind actually can wake you up at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning with an idea. Now, most people roll over, go back to sleep. What I say to you is get out of bed, write that idea down while it's fresh in your mind. Don't rely on yourself to remember it, because that could be £1 million idea that you've just had that you could totally ignore, and somebody else may get a very similar idea and go and implement it. Why? Because they got up and they wrote it down. So make sure that when you are getting up early, you have your plan, you have your routine. It will help to boost your creativity. You can start noting down ideas, opportunities. You don't have to react and take all of the opportunities that are there, but by having this and by moving this into your life, you will boost your creativity. Trust me on that. You will start to see things differently. You will start to look at potential business deals or things in your life, and you will be more creative in it. Okay? And at number 5, and the 5th one, is it's all about enhancing your knowledge. If you have a morning routine and you get up early, don't just jump straight into work. Learn something. Whether you want to learn something for 20 minutes, for 30 minutes, for an hour, that is entirely up to you. I learn something new in the first hour of my morning each and every day. I do training products, I read books, I do whatever I can do to advance my knowledge in whatever sector or whatever I'm trying to achieve. That is what I do for my first hour. I make sure that I'm learning all the time. Why? Because that boosts my creativity for things that potentially I didn't know. It reduces my stress of taking on new ideas. It improves my productivity. Why? Because I know how to do things. I know how to take action on things. And of course, it enhances my knowledge and helps my time management. So make sure that you're aware of these 5 reasons before you start saying to yourself, I'm not getting up early, Mark. You've got no chance whatsoever. My morning routine, as I said I would share with you, is I wake up at 5 o'clock. I go straight downstairs and I get a litre of water. Now, sometimes I'll have that already in the fridge. I have a couple of SodaStream bottles in the fridge there, but I will grab one of those. I like my water cold. I like it sparkling as well, but you don't necessarily have to do that. And I don't always have sparkling water in the morning. It depends. I like to mix things up, otherwise I get bored. But then I will make my way to my office. There I will sit down and I will learn something new. I will go through some sort of training that I'm already learning, or I will read. I will also look to journal, okay? So I will journal about my goals. I write down the same things pretty much every day. Obviously my goals do change every now and again, but it helps me think about my goals, helps me put them out there on paper, put them into existence, and equally helps me actually think of ways each and every day of how I can achieve my goals quicker. I then like to write a mantra about myself, the person, the man that I want to be, maybe in 1 year's time, maybe in 5 years' time, but the man that I want to try and be, the father that I want to be for my children, the husband that I want to be for my wife. I write these things down, and I write down things that empower me and inspire me. And then I like to write down at least 10 things that I'm grateful for. Okay, so that could be just where I'm living, the fact that we've got food and water, the fact that I've got love in my house, the fact that, you know, I've got great family and friends around me. Just 10 things. Again, it can be the same things. Again, putting it in existence, setting me up for the day, really gets me buzzing. So I'll do that work, and then normally in the second hour is where I write my mantras, what I'm grateful for and my goals. and I also like to make sure that I have my plan ready for the day. So I will just review what I've already planned the day before to make sure that it's still doable, so I'm not setting myself up for failing. Then around 7 o'clock, the family then start to wake up. So then I'll sort out the kids, sort out the wife, and sort out the dog. I will go for a walk for an hour then. And then normally I get back about 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is where I will then meditate. I will have my breakfast, which is normally porridge. I will let myself have a coffee then, and then I will go and get to the office, ready to start my day at around 10 a.m. Now, some people won't have the luxury of that. If you've only got an hour in the morning where you can set something in there to make it better for you. But start making the rules that work for you. Yes, I do have to go to bed by probably the latest 10:30. Do I do that all the time? I do my best to do it all the time. Do I actually wake up at 5 o'clock, 5:30 every day? I do my best to do it. I've worked out that I don't give myself a hard time if I have a lie-in, and on Sundays I do try and give myself a bit of a lie-in, so I might get up at 7, 7:30 or something like that. Push the boat out. But at the end of the day, when I wake up, I'm excited, I'm ready to go, I'm raring to go. You need to start building these successful habits into your life and see which one of these or how this can help you. It will take time, it will take practice. You may not enjoy it, particularly in the beginning. But trust me, even if you can just implement one thing, and I say the goals, the mantras, and what you're grateful for is a must. Please do try and do that no matter whatever happens in your life, because it will make a hell of a difference. If you need any help with anything, then please do check out thepropertyunleashed.com. We have free tools and resources, guides, ebooks in rent to rent, serviced accommodation, deal analyzing spreadsheets. We have free training masterclasses there for you as well. So do check that out. Also check out the next video, because that's really going to help you improve your life. And I'll tell you what, I'll see you there.